Hello world viewer, welcome back to another Breakpoint video. This is a second one in the absolute beginner's guide, and we're going to go through how to get blueprints and how to get skill points. I touched on it a little bit last time, but this time we're going to actually put it into practice. So first thing we want to do is deploy the bivouac because we're going to change to a different class. And you can bypass that little cutscene just by holding the circle button. So for that we go to Tactics, and we're going to switch to Panther. That's the only other one that I've got unlocked right now. And for preparations, we're going to set this thing for injury resistance. You can choose these various perks. They last for 60 minutes each. So in this case, I want injury resistance. So we're going to choose eating. And if you need to buy any supplies, this is the time you'd want to do it. I'm going to stock up on rockets, but I don't expect to be using any. Okay, so we're topped up on those. We're not going to bother to take the helicopter because we're very close to where we're going. So we're just going to break camp, leave right now. You can set it to shift time through that menu if you want to. Instead of leaving now, you can choose to leave later. Now I've got a marker just down the hill here, so it's only 600 meters away. And now you'll notice that my class ability is this cloaking spray. Now you can kind of hear it as we get closer. So I'm going to go prone and I'm going to show you what this thing looks like. Now you can see that on the tower there we've got a skill point and we got a blueprint. And we got this monster that will absolutely tear us to shreds if we try to fight it. I have killed those things before, but not very many of them. I think I've done a total of 3 of them. So this is by far the easier way to deal with this. So first thing I'm going to do, because I only have 60 seconds on the cloaking spray, is I'm going to get in as close as I can before I actually use it. And I'm going to use it. And that makes me completely invisible to this thing. And then I just run in there. And you can actually run right in front of him and he won't see you. He might run you over because you're invisible to him, but he won't see you. And you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, just above my ammo count, is how much longer I have on that invisibility spray. So it's about half used up right now. Come up here, grab the blueprint, and you can see it's almost depleted. So now I'm going to give myself a fresh spray. And I'm going to get out of here. Now you'll notice on the mini map there's a little icon there for like a t-shirt. That means that there's a item of clothing in this little base here. And that little red mark, sort of the cloud there, almost coming up to the center, that means that there is somebody hostile that I haven't scanned. Once you scan them, the red mark disappears, and you just see the marker for the enemies. So on the way back to use this blueprint, I'm going to grab this thing. I'm not even sure what it is, but anytime you see one of these crates, it's either a weapon or clothing, or sometimes the little S thing for skill credits. It's worth going for, especially in early game where you need credits. Now, in the northwest, I've got the marker for that bivouac that I came from originally, and the helicopter that I spawned is there. So that's where we're going right now. We're going back to the same place. Now, the other thing is because I switched to Panther and I haven't really used the Panther class yet, I now have different requirements. Kill 5 enemies with a firearm, kill 2 enemies while stealth. And in fact, that may even give me another skill point. I can hear some red here, or hear some voices, and I can see just a little bit of red cloud on the mini map. There they are, up the hill. Now I'm going to put a suppressor onto this gun. Oh. Going to put a suppressor onto this gun, which it has. And killing them in stealth means that they don't turn red. They haven't actually spotted you. So I've got the 2 guys that I needed for that, and I killed 3 people with a firearm. So I just have to kill 2 more and I'll level up again. And these ones I'm not required to do it in stealth. So I'm going to switch back to the light machine gun, and it's going to be loud. And the fact that I got 2 triangular icons and still a red cloud means there's the 3rd guy that wasn't scanned, and now the red cloud disappears.
Over here. Copy that. Nothing to report here.
And I leveled up again on that. So that's Panther 2. And now I've got new requirements and I've gotten another skill point. Okay, now this is something that you actually can turn off. It's these Azrael drones, which is a fixed-wing drone that flies around. If they spot you, they will bring a lot of trouble down on top of you. So your best bet is to go prone in some tall grass when you hear them coming. And as they get to the edge of the mini-map, they're kind of out of their detection range. So you can then get back on with what you were doing. Oh, wasn't quite out of detection range. Light machine gun is extremely slow to reload. Okay, now I didn't get any points for that on the next level up for the Panther class because I had to kill 18 people while stealthed. And because I didn't have a suppressor on it, they knew exactly where I was. So no points for that. Now I kind of sidetracked because of the being able to level up the Panther class quickly. And for the most part, Panther class gives you bonuses for using submachine guns and pistols and for using stealth. And we'll just cancel the cutscene. We're back in here. I can then change to the P90, which is a gun that I just got. And I'll swap that for this one, an assault rifle. And I can now customize the P90. So I'll go to the gunsmith here. Panoramic sight, auto and burst trigger. I'm going to go with auto and single shot. And generally speaking, I like to put a laser, but I don't know if I have any unlocked on here. I do not. Usually this would be my first choice because it gives you time to aim, shot spread, and recoil. And I'm also going to do as many upgrades as I can afford because the P90 is a pretty awesome gun. It's got a 50-round clip. It's pretty stealthy. And that puts me up to Mark II. I can't start putting upgrades onto it, but I got skill points. So what I can now do is to use up some of them skill points. And I can unlock my Mark II upgrades. That'll take 2 skill points. And I'm going to need 4 to unlock the next level for Mark III. So now when I go back to my editing gunsmith, I'll be able to buy all of these upgrades. Now the other thing is that if you switch away from this weapon and come back to it, it'll be a Mark II again. Or if you even exchange it out in the field, like if you drop it out there, you trade it for another gun that you find laying on the ground or in a box, and then you later come back to equip it, it will be a Mark II P90. So once you've done an upgrade, the upgrade stays with you with any other P90 or any of that particular model of gun. And at this point, if I wanted to, I could change from the light machine gun to, I believe I had a couple of sniper rifles. I've got the TAC 50, and I believe that was a mission reward. It's a very good sniper rifle. You can snipe as any class. You can use submachine guns as any class, but certain classes give you bonuses. So, for instance, if we see details for Panther class, you get better stealth, you can move faster, and you get a bonus to stealth. And a lot of these bonuses yeah, the silent death. That means that suppressors on submachine guns and handguns don't reduce damage. Normally they would reduce damage by about 20%. So if you get a good submachine gun that does assault rifle damage, it's actually somewhat preferable in this case. And as you can see, the reward for each one of these times that I level up, right up to level 10, is an extra skill point. That's what the symbol here is. And then these are the secondary bonuses. You get the proficiency on that. You get some weapon paint, an emblem, stuff like that. And then at level 10, you get the sort of the specialty weapon for that class. Anyways, that's a little bit about how to do like the behemoth raids and get new blueprints, get new skill points, how to level up your skills. And I would advise you always to have the skill requirements pinned, so that you can always see what you need to do to level it up the next time. And that way, it could be something simple. It could be like kill 3 enemies with a grenade or something like that. And you might not do that by default. You might keep using your guns, and if you just had this thing available, you could say, oh, I need to kill 1 guy using the cloak and run, which is the specialty ability for the Panther. Like the previous one was that True Grit for assault, where it gives you more damage and damage resistance. And in this case, it's like a flashbang that you throw or a smoke grenade, and it makes you completely invisible. And then kill 18 other enemies while I'm in stealth. So instead of going into open gunfights, I try to do things more like long range. Don't let them spot me. And the kills that I get like that will count towards my next level up. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for this video. That's a little bit more information about how to gain skill points, how to gain new weapons, stuff like that. And yeah, so in this case, I'd want to use my submachine gun with the silencer on it for most of my kills, rather than trying to use the light machine gun. And it looks like we got some info over there. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helped you out a little bit. And likely there's going to be more of them. There's a lot of coverage, or a lot of details to cover on Breakpoint. So I'll put some of these tutorials out, just basic beginner tips, stuff like that, to help you get up to speed. Anyways, see you next time.